Hey book friends, what's up? This is Diana and this is a haul, as you can see. So I decided to do a haul video of all the books I've acquired this November. There are quite a few, despite the fact that I said I would not be buying books until Christmas. Apparently I am not good at keeping my word when it comes to book buying. So I'm just gonna get started because there are quite a few books to get through. The first book I picked up was Visitors by Orson Scott Card. Now, I am one of those people who has difficulty separating the content from the creator, so I tend to not buy his books because he's not a very good human being. But I saw this and there was a sale and I picked it up, and I do actually own the other two books in the series. I like this series. It's pretty freaking cool. This is the last book in the series and it follows Rig, who is sort of a time traveler, and he has the ability to change the future, and he has this whole big destiny surrounding him and an epic quest to go on. It was really, really cool. I loved the first book. I haven't read the second book, but I know that I'm gonna continue on with the series just because the idea is awesome, the execution is awesome. It's annoying that Orson Scott Card is such a good writer because I really don't want to support him, but I do love this series. The next book I picked up was The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. I have all the other books in the Mortal Instruments series, and I figured I just needed to round out my collection. I love the world, I like the characters, it's always been a lot of fun for me, so it was pretty much a definite that I was going to pick this up eventually. And I had a 20% off coupon, so I just bought it. The next book I picked up was Fire, and this is part of the Anglesworth trilogy. It's by Sarah B. Elfgren and Matt Stransberg, and I had read the first book in this series years ago, and I remember really, really liking it, and then I forgot all about it. And then I saw this in Barnes & Noble recently, and I was like, oh, wow, that series exists. I should probably get back on that, so I picked it up. The series follows a bunch of high school witches, and it's very cool. I really enjoyed it. I cannot remember much about it at this point right now, probably because I'm trying to, but I remember really enjoying it, and I definitely wanted to continue on with the series. The next book I picked up were the Looking Glass War series by Frank Better. Alice in Wonderland is by far my favorite retelling out there, and I've read almost every retelling I could think of. I've read Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter, I've read Ensnared by A.G. Howard. I just really love Alice in Wonderland retellings. I always have, I always will, so when I found another one that I hadn't read, because it came out a few years ago, I was like, yes, yes, I need to own this. So I picked them up. I found Samantha Shannon's The Bone season over in the bargain bin in Barnes & Noble, and it was like $2, and I was like, sold! I don't know much about it because I just threw it on my wish list because everyone told me that I would like it, so it's going to be a surprising read as far as I know. It takes place in the future, and the main character is a dream walker, so she can walk in other people's dreams, and it's got a paranormal element to it, so I think I'll like it. The next book I picked up were Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials, and I actually used to have a copy of this series, but I think when I moved from my dorm to home multiple times while I was in college, they sort of got lost in the shuffle because I haven't seen them in years, and I really, really loved these series, and I definitely wanted a copy of it. In fact, I plan on rereading it soon. Don't know when that'll happen considering my lack of time to do everything, but I really do enjoy this series. It's probably one of my favorites, and I'm so happy to have a copy of them again. The next book I picked up was Night School by Marisha Pessl. Now this came recommended to me, I think, by Jesse the Reader. I think he really liked it, and it was in the bargain bin at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, wow, that sounds really cool when he was talking about it, so I just grabbed it. It's gonna be a wild ride, I'm pretty sure. I think it's sort of got this weird atmospheric murder thing going on, and I can't wait to get into it. The next books I picked up were Marie Lu's The Young Elites and The Rose Society. I really enjoyed Legend. I like Lu's writing. I was pretty sure I was going to be a big fan of this series. I just hadn't gotten around to picking up and reading it yet. So when I was at Barnes & Noble, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. I had a lot of coupons, so I just grabbed them. And now they're here, and I want to read them. From what I know, they follow a bunch of morally gray characters doing morally gray things and generally being badass, and I'm here for that. I also picked up The Anatomy of Curiosity by Maggie Stiefvater, Brenna Yovanov, and Tessa Gratton. I have their other book of this. I think it's just called The Curiosities. But in this, they each write a short story, and then along with the short story, they have notes on their world building, their characterization, just general notes as writers on what they're doing. It's sort of like an expose into their process. Now these three writers are actual crit partners, so they're used to sending each other their manuscripts for review and to get comments and criticism on, and I thought it was really great of them to invite the world into their process to sort of see what they do. I know I am really grateful for it because some of the stuff is amazing and it's just so great to know how the process works. So yeah, I picked it up. I love it. The next book needs no introduction. It is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in the illustrated version. I had a giant coupon for Black Friday at Barnes & Noble, so I ran and I picked this up because I've been having my eye on it ever since it came out. And guys, it's so beautiful. The pictures are so pretty. I love them. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? So perfect. Oh, man. I love Harry Potter. I have always loved Harry Potter. I will love Harry Potter until I die. And I can't wait till they come out with the other versions of the books. Hopefully they will. I think they will. I think that's the plan. It better be the plan. The last book I picked up was actually given to me by my friend Doug when he went to Comic-Con, and it is Y the Last Man. It's a graphic novel by Brian K. Vaughan and Pia Guerra. I've read Brian K. Vaughan's saga, so I think I'll probably like this, and I think from what I understand, it follows pretty much the last man on Earth. There is only one left, and it's this guy, and he's not having the best time. It would seem like a super sweet setup, but unfortunately for Yorick, the last man alive, he has a girlfriend who is halfway across the world, and he loves her, and he doesn't want anything to do with any other women. So I think this is going to be funny and a little weird, which is right up my alley, and I think I'm going to like it. So thank you, Doug, for giving it to me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. And those were all the books I got in my November book haul. I know there were quite a few, and I'm supposed to not be buying books until after Christmas. I'm supposed to not be buying books until after Christmas. I'm supposed to not be buying books until after Christmas. If you see me in a Barnes & Noble, just be like, yo girl, you need to go home. You know, you need to watch some Netflix. Don't go to Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble is where people go to spend all of their money. Stop this. Please. Please do that. And I will see you next time. Bye!